What is up everyone, Scales here, back for a third part of What If I Made a Third and Final DLC for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. This will be a long video, so if you want, you can just watch the video as a background noise, or not watching it at all, because the entire video is just going to be me yapping with a few pictures here and there. Also, this DLC will not take place after the From the Ashes DLC, so there won't be any spoilers for that. If you want me to make a video about new wildlife that would come in this DLC, new cosmetics, or side quests, subscribe and let me know in the comments. Anyway, let's get straight into it. When we last left off, we were just entering the Rocklands to ask the aid of the clan that resides there, after being sent away by the Kusinnak clan. As you cross a giant river to the Rocklands, you see a creature that is similar to the one that attacked you when you first began your journey in this region, except bigger and grey as camouflage to the humongous rocks. Avoiding the creature, you now arrive at the clan that resides in the Rocklands, the Savur clan, which translates to Rock Story in English. Why? Because this clan is a clan of storytellers that carve their stories into the giant rocks. They also use minerals in the rocks of different colours, like purple, green, blue, or red, as decoration in clothing, weapons, their tents, and even in stories in the rocks. Anyway, you head to the Ola Ekte, but she doesn't believe you, saying Sarentu, the sky people keep to themselves in the north. They leave all of us be. They do not attack our lands. Refusing to help you, you find it hopeless to beg. So you decide it would be better to head straight to the spiritual clan themselves. On your way, you find the giant grey creature blocking your path, so you decide to go around it. On the way, Rasi radios you. Hello, is this sky person box working? The one with the purple hair told me this would allow me to talk to you before she scattered off like a spooked attic. Anyway, what is this tap? Everyone only seems to panic and run, or too busy to explain. So you explain how Tap was the reason why the Sarentu were massacred, and how you were taken and treated cruelly. Rasi is speechless and heartbroken. I may not hide myself anymore, but I'll never not regret hiding myself that night. Suddenly, Priya interrupted Rasi. Hey, so Talon hacked into the plans of the Tapcon 2. The clan they plan to attack is the Tiarayun clan, which translates to Spirit Listen in English. The aim of this tap is to have the ambassadors help the humans adjust to their lives on Pandora. Remember, that's the whole reason humans came to Pandora in the second movie. As well as being soldiers as security and try to help stop conflict between the Na'vi and humans, just like the first tap. If this tap turns out to be successful, General Ardmore will approve to the construction of multiple taps all over Pandora, kidnapping young Na'vi and turning them into super soldiers. They plan to steal only children 5 years and younger to try and limit their memories of their clan. They plan to tell the children that their clan died to a disease, and that they will try to convince the children that the clan handed them to the RDA in order to save them, and that their clan approved of TAP's mission to try and persuade them to like the mission and not be so resistant. Also, Priya says, we found this that was meant for you.
Just like old times. You're drawn back to places like this. To me. Why are you still hanging on? If I were you, I'd take my hard-won freedom with both hands.
Realizing it's Mercer, you start to hyperventilate. Your Ikran looks at you worried. He's alive, he can't be alive. I saw him die. That's when a sniper rifle bullet goes past your face, barely missing. Startled by it, you lose focus and balance flying and crash. You go unconscious. You wake up to a stunning cherry blossom type biome with pretty, vibrant purple flowers and leaves. As your Ikran flies off, you see a Na'vi camp nearby, so you decide to head to it. As you get closer, you start to realize it looks familiar. As you go in, you hear the clan whisper to themselves. They are Sarentu. How is that possible? Surely it's an impostor. Can't you see the mark? The clan gather around you, and as your vision fully clears up, you see something particular on their faces. They are Sarentu. A Na'vi walks up to you and asks if you are truly Sarentu. But before you can answer, others argue that you are an impostor, while others chime in, saying that the mark is clear and that you are Sarentu. The arguments grow louder and louder to the point that it is almost out of hand when you hum the song of your people. Everyone is quiet, and there is a pause in the air while you hum. But then you hear a deep voice singing with you. The crowd around you forms a path, and a Sarentu man, the one who is singing, walks to you, and he grabs your hand and looks at your mother's song cord. And he says, "You are Katuru's child. My child." The man hugs you and cries, "Ma'evi, you're still alive." He looks you in the eye and says, "I am your father, Oraiso." In the Na'vi language, Oraiso means moonlight. "Ahari, your sister, where is she?" You look down. Realizing this, Oraiso falls to the ground, crying. After that, a woman goes to Oraio's side, then rises and looks at you. "I am Su'an, Sahika the Sarentu." "Child, you are so young. How are you alive?" "They took us when we were children." "Who?" she asks. "The Sky People." However, one more Na'vi comes up to you and says, "I am Su'u, Olo Ektan of the Sarentu." Then he turns around to the rest of the clan and announces, "One of our own has returned home. We shall celebrate." Then you say, "I am not alone." "You're not alone?" Swan asks. "Who else?" You tell them, Renella, Delan, Rasi, also Nor, Yefti, and Telesi, but we don't know where they are. Notice some more Sarentu gather around you. Then we will find them, but for now, we celebrate your return, Susu said. You are dragged around a huge bonfire as the Sarentu gather in a circle around it. At nightfall, you see some Sarentu enter the circle and you see them dance. You look around to see your clan, young and old, smiling, happy, and united. That is when the Sarentu in the middle smother the bonfire, and you watch as the bioluminescence of your people glow, and the dancers in the circle have body paint that glows, just like the Sarentu heritage body paint. And you see them dance and flow with the paint. But then you feel a tap on your shoulder. It's Su'an, the Sarentu Sahik. She tells you to follow her. So you do. She leads you to a garden of tasu saplings, and in the middle, a ginormous tasu. Each tasu sapling holds the memories of every person we have lost all those years ago, Su'an said. Your father comes up behind you and puts his hand on your shoulder. Then he points to a tasu sapling. That is our family's. He then connects to the tasu and invites you to connect too. So you do. You find yourself in the Kingwa forest in a clearing with your father. It's mostly quiet except for the occasional Ikran call. You hear some rustling in the bushes ahead as something gets closer. or someone. The rustling grows louder when a Na'vi walks into the clearing. But not just any Na'vi, but your mother, Katoru. She opens out her arms to embrace you. You run to her, holding her tight as a tear falls down your cheek. Masatnu, you say. Then you notice something behind her, a Na'vi child no older than 5 years old. You let go to your mother and squat down as the child hide behind Sakaru's leg. But then you say, Ahari? The child gets closer, and you notice it's a younger version of Ahari. Suddenly, she fades away like ash, and it circles around you in the wind, before it returns right in front of you where she was before, and reassembles her, but older, just as old as when she died, just like how you remember her. You hug her tightly, tears streaming down your face. Your father holds Katoru in his hands. Eventually, you disconnect from the Tasu and you receive a call from Priya, who tells you that the resistance have arrived at the Redwoods biome. She talks to you some more before screaming and cutting out. Fearing the worst, you, Swan, and your father head to the resistance. You find it ablaze. Some impacts show signs of bombing, just like what happened to the first resistant base. You find everyone well, with some Na'vi camps for the Kamatiri, the Zeswa, and the Aranahe set ablaze, but everyone is okay. Everyone except for Alma. Sotlek is holding her in his hands, while Renella, Taelan, and Rasi surround him. That is when Renella, Taelan, and Rasi meet Swan and your father. Swan looks at Alma as an experienced Sahik and realized that Alma is going to die. Alma tries to tell you something. Isabella trying to convince Alma to come back to the RDA by bribing her with the new avatar, saying, it was don't you miss the leader of this breathing region, it, Isabella, smelling the flowers. Come back to us and you can do that all again. Alma actually thought about it before saying no, that she won't betray the children she had already betrayed once. Swan asks what an avatar is, and you explain it to her that it's basically another body. Swan then says that Alma can be saved if they have this avatar. She explains that her consciousness can be transferred to the avatar. So you start to form a plan where you'll sneak in and get the avatar from the RDA base in the north. Suddenly, an RDA aircraft lands nearby, and you see these avatars come out of it. But not just any avatars, recoms. It's Mercer as a recom, along with Harding and her lieutenants from the Skybreaker DLC. They are back and warning you to back off. Otherwise, they will kill you all without mercy. And before giving you a chance to react, they fly off again. Angry and so mad at Mercer, you grab your bow about to fly after him, but Sotlek grabs your hand and said, "This is not the time nor the place. We can go after them another time. Right now we need to focus on Alma." You sigh, knowing he is right. What you have to do now is grab Alma's avatar so that her consciousness can be transferred into it. Once you get back from this stealth mission of getting the avatar, you head over to the Tarsu Garden where Swan And Rinella, Talon, and Rossi and Sotlek are waiting for you. You place Alma's avatar at the base of the giant Tarsu in the middle, and Sotlek puts Alma next to it. Rinella asks Swan if she can really do this, and Swan says, "No, Rinella, you can do this." Rinella says that she can't. Then Swan says that she has to, and that she's the only one who can. So just like the ritual in the first movie, Alma's consciousness is being attempted to be transferred in her new avatar by Rinella. Realizing that she is failing, you connect to the Tarsu, as Talon, Sotlek, and everyone else does as well. You enter the Eye of Awa with Alma, and you see her staring at her memories. You kind of grab her and snap her out of it, and tell her to go through the Eye of Awa, to go through it, no matter what memory shows up, no matter what she regrets, to just go through. That we are all together as one. And you see everyone behind you, all looking at Alma, kind of cheering her on almost, telling her to go on. And she kind of turns around and starts pushing through the Eye of Awa, going through it. You return to reality, and it was successful. Alma is in her avatar, but right now she is weak. She will have to rest. Anyways, guys, that's what I got for now. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss part 4, and let me know that if this DLC was real, if you'd actually play it. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.